While not everyone desire fame, a significant number of the people do. The younger generation using social media refers to those who have become famous as influencers. 2,000 years ago, Jesus suddenly appeared like a comet and became a sensational influencer. Countless people followed him. At one point, there were 5,000 men, and if you include women and children, it seems at least 10,000 to 15,000 people were following Jesus. Even today, a gathering of 5,000 people is enormous. So it was remarkable that 5,000 men only followed him 2,000 years ago. When someone becomes a famous celebrity, there are people who likes that celebrity, but there are also those who dislike them. Similarly, as Jesus became famous, there were people who hated him. The reasons for their hatred and envy were various. When Jesus finally entered Jerusalem riding on donkey, the people waved palm branches and cheered, "Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Blessed is the King of Israel." One of the reasons for their cheers was the widespread rumor about the miraculous act of Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead, like this picture. John 12:19 reveals that among the cheering crowd there were others with different reactions and feelings. The Pharisees said to one another, "Look, the world has gone after him." Eugene Peterson paraphrased Message Bible translate like this: the Pharisees took one look and threw up their hands. Is out of control. The world is a stampede after him. 사람이 너무 많이 몰려서 깔려 죽을 것 같아. The Common English Bible translates it like this: Therefore the Pharisees said to each other, "See, you've accomplished nothing. Look, the whole world is following him." What feelings can you sense from the Pharisees' words? Can you feel their comparative mindset and their envy? You can sense their dissatisfaction and burning jealousy that the swarming crowd was following Jesus instead of them. It's true, popularity of fertile things. The once hottest influencer, Jesus, began to be unfollowed by many as his popularity waned. Even those who had been close to him, like his staff or bodyguards, the so-called apostles, treated him as if he were invincible. After losing his popularity, Jesus was dragged around by the machinations of the people and was eventually brought before Pilate, the Roman governor at that time. Pilate knew that Jesus was innocent. However, the priests and various Jewish leaders came in droves, pressuring Pilate to have Jesus killed. Caught in the dilemma, Pilate devised a plan to approach the Jewish crowd and ask them, Matthew chapter 27 and verse 17. When they had gathered, Pilate asked them, "Which one do you want me to release to you? Barabbas or Jesus who is called the Messiah?" Matthew chapter 27 and 18 testify to the reason Pilate asked the gathered Jewish crowd this question. For he knew it was out of envy that they had handed Jesus over to him. What does this mean? Pilate instinctively realized that Jesus was innocent. And at the same time, he understood that one of the reasons the priests and Sanhedrin and Pharisees and Sadducees wanted to kill Jesus was because they were envious of him. One of the forces that led to Jesus being crucified was indeed their jealousy. As their envy reached its peak, they killed the Lord of life. They probably did not realize at that time that their jealousy not only destroyed the Lord, but also led to their own destruction. What can we uncover when we break down envy? What is the beginning of the envy and what is its end? There is a Korean proverb that says, when a cousin buys the land and my stomach aches. 사촌이 땅을 사면 배가 아프다. Why does my stomach ache when my cousin, who is not even a stranger, buy land? Behind that stomach ache lies a feeling of envy. Furthermore, my cousin has become wealthy by buying land, which leads to my dissatisfaction in comparison. The feeling of a comparison arises from what I lack but others possess. This comparative mindset grows into envy, and as envy grows, it can develop into hatred toward the other person. If the feeling of the envy and hatred grows further, it can lead to desire to take away or destroy what the other person has. And if it grows even more, it can lead to desire to eliminate the other person entirely. There is an English proverb that states, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. 남의 집 잔디가 내 집 잔디보다 더 푸르러 보인다. It suggests that someone else's lawn looks greener. In Korean, it can be expressed as others' rice cake is look bigger. 남의 떡이 더 커 보인다. The English proverb, comparison is the thief of joy, highlights the devastations that comparison brings. Comparison robs us of happiness. Comparison blinds us to the blessings we have and focuses only on the blessings of others, leading us down the path of unhappiness. The queen in Snow White is already beautiful, yet she constantly compares her beauty to that of others, bringing upon herself unhappiness. She became consumed by envy and executed a plan to kill Snow White with a poison apple. In The Lion King, Scar envies his brother Mufasa and murders him to seize the throne. Cain became the first murderer in the humanity by envying Abel and killing his own brother. Joseph's brother, envious of Joseph, who had their father's exclusive love, plotted to kill him, but ended up selling him as a slave to Midianite traders. Where does this envy begin? Who was the first to experience envy in the history of the universe? Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12 and through 14 reveals the identity, the first person or first being of the first ambitious being. Verse 12, how you have fallen from heaven, O morning star, son of the dawn. You have been cast down to the earth, you who once lay low the nation. You said in your heart, I will ascend to the heaven. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the mount of assembly, on the utmost heights of the sacred mountain. I will ascend above the top of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. Who is it? It is Lucifer, the angel who envied God's position and became the fallen angel. We call him as Satan. He coveted God's positions. This ambitious fallen angel, Satan, tempts the mother of humanity. Disguised as a serpent, snake, he hooks Eve, Hawa, with his fishing and scamming tactics, leading her to gaze at the forbidden fruit. Deceived by the promise that eating it would open her eyes and make her like a god, she, Eve, Hawa, stares at the tree for a long time and ultimately eats the fruit. Ate him. Melissa B. Kroger, in her book, The Envy of Eve, delves deeply into envy and identifies 4 patterns of the envy. First, see. Second is covet. Third, take. And fourth, hide. 먼저 보고, 탐심이 생기고, 취하고, 숨기고. See, covet, hide. According to her, the beginning of the envy starts with the seeing what other does not have. One does not have. Looking and looking again, and then the desire to covet arises. As the desire grows, it leads to taking, and there are many biblical figures who had hide their actions. Agan is one such figure who disobeyed God's command, saw the spoil, 전리품 of the world, covet them, and took them and hide them. King David saw his subordinate Uriah's wife and covet her, took her, and hid his sin. God commanded in the last word of 10 commandments, Exodus chapter 20, 17, you shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his male or female servant, his ox and donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. God is telling us, do not gaze longing at your neighbor's wife. Do not gaze longing at your neighbor's husband. Do not gaze longing at your neighbor's lawn. Look at your own bread. 너의 떡을 봐라. 남의 떡이 커 보인다 하지 말고. Look at your own husband. Look at your own wife. Look at what you have already been given. Since the advent of the social media, particularly Instagram, many in the next generation and numerous social media users have become unhappy. They gaze too long and too much at other people's lives. By staring at the beautiful people for too long, they fail to recognize their own beauty. By looking at the handsome people too much, they overlook their own attractiveness. By focusing too long on influencers who have such much, they fail to see the blessing God has given them. By gazing too long, feelings of comparison arise, leading to covetousness and envy. Thus, Proverbs chapter 14 and 30 declares the harmful effects of envy. A heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones. The Common English Bible translates like this: a peaceful mind gives life to the body, but jealousy rots bone. 질투는 뼈를 썩게 만듭니다. New Living Translation NLT translate like this: a peaceful heart leads to the healthy body. The jealousy is like cancer in the bones. 질투는 뼈의 암과 같다. Our hearts are very easily captured by jealousy. It is easy to be distracted by what we do not have. Our hearts have the persistent engines of comparison that runs without effort. 저절로 켜집니다. It is easy to cry with others, but it is not easy to rejoice with others when they succeed. When we look at young children, we can see how powerful the force of jealousy is within us humans. When two babies are playing together for the foremost, but as time goes by, one baby suddenly snatches a toy from the other. They throw away what they were playing with and take another baby's toy. It leads to crying and chaos. Even as they grow a little older, it remains the same. Young children will cause a fuss if the things are not fair for everyone. If an older brother's slice of pizza looks bigger, jealousy is triggered. 오빠 피자가 더 큰데? A person consumed by jealousy will take what belongs to others if they can, and if they cannot, they will destroy it. The mindset is like this: if I cannot have it, then you cannot have it either. This was the case with the mother who lost her baby in Solomon's famous trial. 자기 아기를 잃어버리니까 저 여자의 아기도 죽여야 한다. As jealousy grows stronger, the desire shifts from wanting the possession of the other to wanting to destroy the person themselves. The Jewish leaders, consumed by jealousy, ultimately sought to eliminate Jesus Christ. Just as jealousy killed Christ, the greatest gift from God, who is life itself, we must realize that jealous hearts within us can destroy the gift of life and the gift of relationship that God has given us. Ordinary people like us are unlikely to commit crimes that would actually take someone's life out of jealousy, like the Pharisees and President Sadducees did. However, it is easy for us ordinary people to destroy someone's reputation by gossiping behind their back. Gossiping, slander, talking behind the back. Aesop's fable tells a story about this. One day, a hungry fox discovers a bunch of ripe grapes. The fox tries to jump and reach the grapes in various ways, but ultimately cannot get them. The fox then says, those grapes are probably sour and not worth eating, like this picture. 저 포도는 분명 쉬어서 맛이 없을 거야. Like the fox, sometimes we ordinary people, when we feel jealousy towards someone, easily fell into the temptation to belittle their achievement. A heart consumed by envy destroys others and ultimately cannot escape the envious stripe of its own unhappiness. So how can we move beyond envy and truly live the happy life that God has planned for us? Number one, 따라서 합시다. 받은 복을 세워야 하겠습니다. Count your blessing. 받은 복을 세워야 하겠습니다. Do you know this? There are countless people in the world who envy you for what you have right now, while you envy others. Those without homes envy you for having a place to escape the dew and the cold at night. Those who are disabled due to accidents or from birth envy your healthy arms and hands and legs and your eyes and ears and your body. Refugees in war zones, living day by day like a fly, 파리 목숨처럼, envy your life free from the worry of bombs. The list of the blessing in your life that others envy is endless. So first, take a moment to count what you have and be grateful. Be satisfied. Number two, stop comparing and look away. 따라서 해봅시다. 비교를 멈추기 위해 그만 쳐다보십시오. Yes, stop comparing and look away. Melissa B. Kroger pointed this out well in her book. Do not stare too long at what others have. Don't spend too much time on Instagram. My beloved children, don't dwell on someone else's husband, wife, or possessions. 남의 남편 그만 쳐다보시고, 남의 자식 그만 쳐다보시고, 남의 교회 그만 쳐다보시고, 남의 것 그만 쳐다보시고. In Psalm 111 and 37 says, the psalmist prayed, turn my eyes away from worthless things. Preserve my life according to your word. 내 눈으로 허탄한 것을 보게 하지 마시고 주님의 말씀을 따라 내 삶을 살게 하옵소서. Number three, learn about the lives of those in need around you. 주변에 어려운 이들의 삶을 알아가십시오. Often read resources like If the World Were a Village of 100 People, the World Prayer Information Misery Index, or Global Hunger Index. Read books like Rich Christian in the Age of Hunger. These will help you realize how much you have and enjoy the fact we often forget. Number four, 소망 안에서 함께 기뻐하십시오. 따라합시다. 소망 안에서 함께 기뻐하십시오. Yes, rejoice together in hope and expectation, in believing in God's goodness. A pastor once preached, When others do well, when a friend succeeds, when a friend, a relative buy land, when a colleague get promotion, rejoice with them instead of asking, complaining, God, why not me? 딴 사람 다 승진됐는데 하나님 나만 왜 승진해서 누락됐어요? Why not me? Instead of complaining like that, pray and declare and believe, God, I believe you are good God. God, I trust my turn will come, and rejoice together with your friends. Rather than becoming a person filled with complaints and dissatisfaction, if you live a life of gratitude and joy, rejoicing even more when others do well, won't God also grant you grace and blessings in future? Or perhaps already that you have received the secret of the Apostle Paul to rejoice in any situation, the ability to give thanks in all circumstances, and the blessing of rejoicing in every situation. Today, 서연, 우리 윤서연, 서연이가 who acted as the queen for the children message, cast away the poisonous apple, listen to God's word, discover the beauty within herself, and follow God with gratitude. The music that played when Soyeon, the king and the queen exited, sung by Selena Gomez, the song title, who says that is one of my favorite songs. It contained the lyric like this: I am not a beauty queen like Miss Universe and Miss Korea, but I'm just beautiful me. Let me repeat again. I'm not beauty queen like Miss Universe, Miss Korea, but I'm just beautiful enough. I'm just beautiful me. What does that mean? Yes, you are not Miss Universe. You are not Miss Wonderful. You are not Mr. Perfect. But yes, you are not Miss America, but you are beautiful, blissful enough just as you are. A person consumed by envy cannot see that they are already beautiful, wonderful, happy, and have much to be grateful for. Instead, they complain, criticize, covet, steal, and seek to destroy. Like those who were so consumed by envy and jealousy that they ultimately killed Jesus Christ, living a life of envy. The living a life of envy leads to unhappiness for oneself and yourself and others and destruction. Isn't the Lord telling us this morning to be Christian who are filled with gratitude, giving thanks in all circumstances, and always rejoicing? Let us pray. Bow your heads.